Well. Look who is here. This is Krish, a fine art photographer, a distance skater, and a small time freelance skater. And coming to meet you guys in the YouTube video, which I'm making right now. And it's for my photography channel. Obviously, the page definitely signifies that there is no skating or distance skating or freelance skating stuff mentioned in the presentation over here. Yes, it's going to be a presentation from a PDF file for you. And this is the screen you're witnessing. This is an Mac OS platform. My monitor is of 1080p resolution. Okay, I tried to record two things here. I have my webcam connected to the computer, and I'm not recording a movie on my webcam. Okay, it's just placed over there on the screen. Okay, there is no recording going on there. Okay, so everything is happening with the screen recording. Okay, and I have my USB condenser microphone. See it? Yep, that's there as well. And that's the audio that you're hearing me from. Okay, and on to the right side, we have my Android phone connected to the computer. Okay, so let's say that my Android phone is connected to the computer for now. There's nothing much. I've got some notifications. That's it. Nothing much here. Okay, my computer is running at 90 degrees Celsius. I do not know what things might go slow or unexpected turns might take in between our session. I do not know. Absolutely have no idea, no clue. I got to switch off the air conditioning for good audio quality as well. Okay, so what is this video about? So this video is about some basic terms that you're going to come across in your life with things that you use for your everyday, such as the mobile device which are looking on your screen. Right now I have a Android mobile phone display put up on the screen. Okay, we'll discuss more on that thing. Okay, so what basic terms? Okay, let's go to the next slide. Yes, that's me trying to capture something from a different perspective of a light, and that's a flare coming out of some object. I don't remember where I shot this. Okay, so yep, and that's my logo. Yeah, it's the TM trademark which has been applied, and I have not received the registration. Then if I receive the the pattern, that TM will change as R. Okay, I'm still waiting. It's been 7 years. Let's go to the next slide. It's mobile photo editing. Okay, so everyday device that you use, and you take photographs with it, and you share photos with the people you love, or like people, your friends, or from strangers. You get WhatsApp forwards. You want to upload it to the social media platform. You throw yourself your life on online these days quite a lot. So you need a little bit of touch up on the photograph that you're uploading, to make it look good. So I'm trying to keep it as simple as that. Okay, and I'm trying to bring in few technical terms for general public to understand, as in like what is there on the screen, displayed on the screen, what it means and what it signifies. Okay, that's what I'm trying to do. And the device that I have is Android Xiaomi Poco F1. I mean, mobile phone which is called which is from the manufacturer Xiaomi. It's called Poco F1. Okay, that's the model, and it's running Android. So what version of Android? It's version 10. Okay, you can see it on the screen. Let me pull up something for you. So here that's the version of my Android, and that's the GUI version that you're seeing. So the display that you're seeing here is the GUI, I mean graphics UI interface, user interface. Okay, so me user interface. That's the thing which is running over Android kernel over here. Okay, so I'll try to keep it as simple as possible, and I got to tell you a truth. I myself is not educated in terms of these photo editing basic terms, and I myself get confused. I'm so dyslexic with terms in explaining with proper vocabulary. Like I should not say like this is like that and this is like this. More contextual words. Or like I should not use say like the stuff, something and stuff. I shouldn't do that. I'm trying to be a little specific and try to keep it simple and make you understand. So that's why when I actually coined this entire thing, I try to go to Google and type in very simple language and get the very first search result as my presentation. Okay, I'm not going to lie to you. Okay, that's what I did. So I really did not know how to put it in my own language clearly to explain it to people. So I went on to Google, put some keywords, and whatever result I got it as the very first search, few words that would be displayed under the Google search. That's what I took it and made my presentation with. Okay, so we know what Android version I'm using, what phone I'm using. Okay, let's get on there. Next slide. So what is this? Screen mirroring. Screen mirroring is something that you're seeing onto the right side of your screen recording that is happening right now. Okay, you're watching this video, right? So my phone is being displayed on the computer, which is a Mac OS. Okay, Mac operating system, Apple's computer. Okay, so this is called screen mirroring. I'm showing my screen of my phone just as it is on the display of your display of the computer. Okay, so this is called screen mirroring. Okay, I'm using a software called Screen Copy. Okay, and you can always go to or use your QR code scanner from your smartphone and scan this image and go to the GitHub website and follow the procedures to download this software called Screen Copy. Okay, so you need a little bit of technical sense to install the software. Okay, and it is available and can be installed only through your terminal window. As per Windows, it's going to be like probably they might have a application, I think, but for Mac it's going to be like through terminal window, or in Windows what you call command prompt or something. Okay, so it's a very big procedure, and I can do a separate video about installing Screen Copy itself. But the problem is like every person that has a different version of operating system or different computer might have a different type of troubleshooting things happening. So first I need to install something called Homebrew, and then I have to install the Android tools, and then I have to go with the install of Screen Copy. And in these three procedures, Android tools might not install properly, and you got to do some troubleshooting to make that work. It took me around 2 hours for me to fix that things. Otherwise it should be done within 45 minutes or less than that. Okay, so that's my screen sharing software. It's called Screen Copy, and it can work only through USB connection. Okay, your phone have to be connected to the computer via a USB cable like this. Okay, and if you're a person who would like to use some wireless application, it's called Wi-Fi. I mean, like, let's view. I mean, what I was trying to say is like, if you want to use a application for screen mirroring using Wi-Fi network, so let me show it to you again. close that, and I have that application Let's View on my desktop. I'm clicking that. It's launching on my phone. I've launched the Let's View app on the computer. Okay, so it has detected my Mac Mini. I'm going to select that. Then I go to phone screen mirroring, and now you have your my phone being displayed or being mirrored to my computer via Wi-Fi. Okay, this is completely Wi-Fi. There is no wires connected to Let's View application. You can also use that. Okay, both of the applications, Screen Copy and Let's View, displays the phone screen in 1080p resolution. Okay, 1920 by 1080p, but in the aspect ratio 9 by 16, as in like vertical format. Hope you can understand what is vertical format, just as your mobile screen. Okay, as you can spot from the screen, just as you look at this, you can see that the USB connection screen mirroring is a tint bit sharper than the wireless version. Wireless version might be a little faster, or it might take some time to reflect my screen, or it may not reflect at all. See how much time it took to reflect, depending upon the Wi-Fi reception that you have, Wi-Fi traffic you have, on number of devices that is being connected to your computer, these reflections might happen. Okay, so due to these kind of hassles which I have tested over time, I'm kind of opting for an USB connection. So you see, when my computer is heated up to close to 90 degrees Celsius, this is what is going to happen. So I am opting for a USB connection, a trusted USB connection. I'm going to close that. Okay, I'm going to Task Manager, and I'm closing that. Okay, so when you're using these kind of screen mirroring softwares for your Android mobile phone, you can record the screen completely, or do a live stream of whatever you are doing with a few softwares, like or locally record this entire screen using a software called OBS Studio. The icon looks like this, OBS Studio for Mac, and QuickTime. This is the Apple software with which I'm recording right now. And then you have something called Cam Studio for Windows people, and you could use any other screen recording software for your convenience and connect your mic and make use of that. Okay, or you can do this entire video, like you may not be able to record yourself in the camera on your phone by using the default screen recorder app that you would find on your mobile phone over here. So which is my very first icon. Okay, I could use that also to do this video. So this is a little bit long introduction, just to make sure like my audience are being educated about what they are doing. Okay, so I just ensure my orientation is locked. Okay, and there are plenty other screen recorders available for your Android phone when you visit the Google Play Store, which is this icon over here. Okay, so you go to the Google Play Store and download different screen recorder applications, install it to your Android phone, and you can do this video. Okay, and or you can use another phone or a camera to record your mobile phone and do this video completely. Okay, and to create demonstration videos or tutorials, one can always use Android emulator depending on your operating system as well. Okay, I just read that sentence, the last point on this presentation. Okay, which is like BlueStacks or Android Studio. Okay, these are applications available for different operating systems. You got to download them, and it will be installing as a virtual machine to your computer, and that will act as a kernel to load your Android operating system, and then you can demonstrate whatever that you want to demonstrate for your Android phone. Or people use those emulators for testing their apps, developers. So these are the several ways, but I am using Screen Copy. If you want to download Screen Copy, you could go and click this QR code and get benefited from that. Okay, So we are on to the fifth slide. Okay, so this entire presentation that you're seeing, so far we have come to the 5 slides, right? Then the vertical format, the color, the logo placed, you have all the reflections and everything. This was entirely created on cloud network using slides.google.com or Google Slides. Okay, this is free for everyone who has a Google account. You can go ahead and use it. Okay, my initial idea was to present the entire presentation using Google Slides, which is available for your Android phone. I can go ahead and just present you the entire presentation from Google Slides itself. That was my idea, but there got to be something, to explain it to you guys, like instead of showing you with images and showing you things like slider controls of one particular term that I'm going to explain. So instead of showing you an image, it'll be better if I demonstrate. So I thought like I would do it side by side. Okay, and screen copy can I think it can show only one device, when you're going to install it. So that comes to slide number 6. So do you recall a episode which I did it in my mother tongue, Tamil language, for photography channel, which is called color calibration, I believe, and which means like you need to calibrate your computer for appropriate color space before you edit your photograph. Suppose like you're going to print your photograph, you're going to calibrate your computer for Adobe RGB color space. Okay, and if you're going to put your photograph only for web content, you got to calibrate your computer for sRGB color space. Okay, and most of the mobile phones and mobile phone screens and web content are in sRGB color space. Okay, which means like it has 72 dots per inch, or dots per inch or pixels per inch, whatever, and it has about 16.7 million colors. So you got to check if your monitor or your phone display is capable of supporting that many colors. Okay, so you are able to see the same wallpaper on my phone as well as on the computer. Okay, it was the foam of a river which flows in my place, Srirangam, and which I happened to capture it during one of my long distance skating rides. Hope you could see it on Instagram vlogs. Okay, and it's the same wallpaper which was captured with Xiaomi Poco F1. It's not color graded, but you would find almost of a similar color of the image displayed on my computer as well as my phone. It's only because my computer has been color calibrated properly, and Xiaomi Poco F1 has been display color calibrated by the manufacturer itself for complete sRGB color space for the web color space. Okay, it's only because of that. Okay, and to tell you the fact, I'm afraid there are no color calibration tools available for Android mobile phone at the moment. Okay, and that goes for iOS devices as well as iPad devices. Okay, there are applications for iOS where like within that application, whatever image that you're going to see is going to be of that particular color space that you're going to watch it in. Okay, Adobe or DCI-P3, whatever color space that is there. But when you come out of that application, as such, the mobile operating system as such, iOS or iPad OS, it's not supported of any color calibration tool yet. And so for Android mobile phones, there are no color calibration tools available yet. It's all factory tuned at the time of manufacturing. That's it. And you got to keep it safe. Okay, and when I say tool, as in like it's mostly software and then hardware. Okay, you need a hardware tool which is going to read your screen according to the light setup that you have, and calibrate your monitor. Okay, suppose you need to know like where your light source is coming from, or the usual setup that you're going to work from your home, and place the device on your monitor and access through the software. It's going to play some colors for you, and then you calibrate your monitor and all that. So it's a combination of software and hardware. Okay, when it comes to computer. Okay, and do your color correction if you're particular about the color accuracy. Okay, so it's necessary. That's what I'm trying to say here. If you want to edit your mobile phone images, okay, so you to keep it more color accurate, you need to trust your manufacturer and color grade your images. I'm talking about if you're going to edit photographs, professional photographs which were shot in raw format on your mobile phone, okay, through just by looking at your mobile phone screen. You got to trust your manufacturer. Otherwise, you can bring that screen mirror. You can mirror your screen to the computer, which is already calibrated, and then do your photo editing and fine tune it. If you have a computer, why do you want to screen mirror things? Anyways, but that is one way of doing things to keep it, better. Suppose like you're at your friend's place and he doesn't have a all the image editing software that you use, you could do this way, so that's one way. And there are apps on your mobile phone, especially for Android platform. I think it's called display calibration app. Okay, this is doesn't calibrate anything. Actually, what it does is like it just removes if there is any particular tint domination or particular color domination on your screen. Suppose like if my color of the screen is dominated by blue, or if it is dominated by green, or if it is dominated by yellow, it's going to remove that particular tint and give you a good image which you're looking at right now. So I did apply that application to my mobile phone before doing this video. Before that, I have never used it in my life ever. So yeah, and to tell you the fact, like I hardly put out professional content, edited from my mobile, but I always use my mobile for a lot of things, either to film videos, either to put photographs on Instagram. Everything was shot, edited, and put out. The content was put out from my phone to the Instagram page, many of my videos included. Okay, so that's it. So let's pass on. We have covered about calibration here. Okay, so there are no calibrations, that's the truth over here for mobile platforms. Let's go to the first slide. Crop. Okay, for this I would like to bring up an image. Let me see if I have anything opened already. Yeah, I have a file application over there. Okay, it's getting updated now. Okay, how about me? Okay, this is me, and this is an unedited image. It was shot straight out of what you're seeing is the result straight out of my camera. Okay, and it is there on the default application called Gallery. Okay, and when I click the files from the file manager, you see on the left of your screen the application called File Manager. Okay, it opens in the default photo viewer, which is called Gallery for Android. Okay, that is what you're looking over here. This is Gallery application. Okay, and for the next few slides that we are going to talk about, sorry, I clicked a little bit with my tongue. It has become a little sticky. I don't know why. I had a good tea, I believe. Okay, or chai in terms of Indian taste. Okay, anyway, so the next few terms from here, this is where the basic term starts. You have already learned few other jargons like calibration, screen mirroring, all that. Don't confuse yourself. Just learn it, put it somewhere in the corner of your brain, and whenever you feel like you want to, you're very curious about learning mobile photo editing, just go ahead and watch this video whenever you can. Okay, I'll try to leave chapter markers if possible. Okay, after when I'm uploading this video. Okay, and let's jump into this. So right here we are getting into the application with mobile photo editing terms. Okay, this is where it happens. So the second icon on the bottom is for editing your photographs, and the auto that you see on the screen is the AI, built-in AI of the phone, or the application called Gallery would do the adjustments for you. Like it'll judge the bright spots, or it'll adjust the image for you for itself on its own. Okay, it's AI-driven thing, and the program will do the things for you. Or if you're like me, you want to do it on your own, this is what it is. Okay, the second icon, it reads crop. Okay, that is what you're looking on the screen image. Okay, but minus the image. Okay, I'm going to click that. It's going to take you to that thing that is there displayed on the image. Okay, so an option to resize an image. Okay, so I could resize the image. I can zoom like this. I'm using 2 fingers to zoom at, or I could leave it to the original size if I like it. Okay, that is what it is about resizing. An option to adjust the aspect ratio. Aspect ratio as in you're looking at the image in the vertical format. Now I can adjust it into a landscape format. It's horizontal right now. If you're going to save this photograph, it's going to be horizontal. Okay, so that's what the crop does for your photograph. I'm going to reset that to original position, whatever it was, or original format that it was. Okay, or original size that it was already. An ability to adjust the edges of the image in such a way that viewers' attention focused or manipulated to the specific detail of the image. So if you're aware of the composition methods, there is very common thing called 2/3. That's what they're talking about. It's nothing. I'll tell you, don't confuse yourself. This is too much for any common now, but I'll tell you. Say there is an imaginary line running on your screen like this, okay, in this format. So you're placing your subject carefully at one of the intersection points. So, so if that intersection point is slightly away for the photograph that you have shot, you can adjust that. Say I'm going to crop it to this size. So now I bring my image, to the proper intersection points of rule of 2/3 in the composition, the eye, so that is what it signifies here. So we don't have to worry. So those things can be possible. Is it limited to only the right edge? No, you can adjust the left edge, you can adjust the bottom edge, you can adjust the top edge. Yeah, okay, every corner is adjustable here, every edge is adjustable here. Okay, so it only moves horizontally or vertically, not in the cross direction. Okay, and possibly diagonally. Okay, so you see the grids over here, right? That's the 2/3 that you're seeing. Okay, next point. Ability to adjust the edges can also be called as recomposing the photograph or framing the photograph. Self-explanatory, which means like you have taken a photograph in one way, and after taking the photograph, bringing into your computer or the phone computer or mobile device, you are actually reframing the photograph itself, as in like the ability for you to adjust as if like you have shot the photograph this way, the way you are seeing it right now. Okay, so that it gives all those options. Okay, and you have plenty other options as well, as in like I could rotate the photograph, I could flip the photograph to the direction that I want to see me flipping. So this is flip icon, and this is flip, and this is rotate, and this is for minute rotation degree rotation thing. Okay, so and it has options to adjust to presets available. I mean, like predefined aspect ratios or sizes that is available. Full screen or horizontal like this. For Instagram, which is 1:1, the one semicolon 1:1 is called aspect ratios. Aspect ratios is like the dimensions that you're seeing. See, earlier it was rectangle, now it has become square. So now you have 3:4, then you have 4:3, then you have 16:9 and 9:16, which is the screen format of most of the mobile phones. Okay, then you have 2:3, 3:2, 18:9, 9:18, and this is cinematic. Okay, so you have plenty of options over here, and wherever you are, you can always reset your editing process. Okay, so that is with the crop. Okay, when you're done, you can hit the tick mark, otherwise you can just come out of that. Okay, so let's get into the next slide. Comes the exposure. So exposure is an technical term used in cameras as well when you're shooting the photograph. Okay, as in like when you're shooting the photograph with your mobile phone as well. So in cameras, at the time of capturing, the exposure, whatever something called as exposure, is controlled by three things: shutter speed, aperture, and ISO. Okay, ISO is not in camera control, as in like it's not part of the camera. It's mostly digital or the film chemical compound which is tuned to the light sensitivity. Okay, ISO is like that. Okay.